the Final Hour fun fact, and Matt likes facts.
Yeah.
And he said that America is not named after the great Italian Amerigo Vespucci.
Oh,
he said it was named after some Welshman.
Welshman by the name.
Now that's BS.
America.
Right? Isn't that that's wrong?
A wealthy Bristol
No,
merchant.
it's an Italian, right?
I think if you said that in Bensonhurst, they'd kill you.
They would, but because I'm in Los Angeles, they
You can
won't.
get away with it.
So I can get away with it. Richard Americ, Old Dick Americ, was the Welshman.
Old Dick Americ?
Well, that's what they called him on the street. Yeah, he
So he's like an old guy with bad genitalia.
apparently so. The wealthy Bristol merchant that financed that second transit.
I don't think the Welsh invented anything other than corgis.
That's right.
A beautiful.
And Tom Jones.
And Catherine Zeta-Jones, too.
Speaking of
Yeah.
that.
Dark people, swarthy people for Brits, the
That's
Welsh.
right, because the Spanish came down there and started like tapping. See, Latino and Spanish were hitting stuff good, man. Look at Black Irish.
Yeah.
Guy looks like George Lopez. Who tried from Ireland? Where'd you come from?
Spain.
Yeah,
Spain, man.
Some guy was dealing coffee beans over there, a merchant, just bingo.
Now, when I think of you, Frank Stallone, I think of a real Italian, a real Italian American, and there's no question about it. And I honeymooned in Italy. Was in Italy for the first time, which was.
You like it?
I loved it. But I'm Greek, and I grew up with Greeks, and I've been to Greece.
Great.
Well, everybody said all the Greeks would say, "Oh, we are the same people, us and the Italians. We are the same," and they're not. I mean, I went to Italy, and the Italians much better looking, much more poised, much better dressed, maybe a little snootier because they have nicer
They
stuff.
are pretty snooty.
They have nicer stuff.
They're snooty to me. I mean, Greeks don't have like Ferraris. I mean,
No, that's what we got. Nothing.
Yeah.
We got Peugeots,
Like
maybe.
Stavros.
Yeah, from the '80s.
Yeah.
We have
A lot of donkeys.
We have cars made of feta cheese.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
when you go, because I was watching that Jersey Shore last night. They bring them to Florence, and they're walking around
They're
Florence.
embarrassing.
Yeah, they are. There's no question. But what's it like? And I'm not saying you're like the Jersey
No,
Shore people.
when I go
It's
there-
in my mind. What's it like when you go to
Well,
Italy?
Stallone, hey, mangiare Stallone. Well, they love us because of the movie, but they're still snooty. They still think everything they have is better. I mean, stuff like that. They're very snotty people. They're always late. They can never do anything right. They got 50 unions. The trains stop in the middle. Everything's wrong.
The streets of
A lot of
Naples
trains,
are strewn with
Yeah.
trash.
Yeah. You could never. That's why it's very hard to conquer a country like that. So it's impossible. So I mean, even though Mussolini was a scumbag, I got to give him kudos that he conquered a country that's everyone has an attitude.
Managed to kick him into shape.
Hey, Lord, hey. I mean, the cab driver's got his coat over his shoulder, thinks he's like Giancarlo Giannini.
A lot of smoking over there too.
Oh.
lot of smoking over there in Italy.
You don't smoke, do you, Frank?
No. Girls had better sideburns than Millard Fillmore.
Now we mentioned I think it's been 2 years since we last saw you.
That's right, yeah.
So you have the show on Sunday. You have True TV.
True TV and concerts here and there.
How often?
Not enough. I got to
Okay.
tell you, we were talking about that. Most of the promoters really suck nowadays. They really do, and they don't. And so sometimes I just said I'm getting rid of I'm just going to call people myself. Hey, it's Frank. At least I know what's going on.
Right.
And I mean, we have 200 Italian festivals all through the country during the year. Stallone's one of the most famous Italian names in the world, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Not saying that I am, but I'm saying the name is.
Well, people know you, Frank.
They sure do.
But then all of a sudden I can't get on the show, and they're hiring some guy with like a cappuccino monkey and an organ, like, and they always go, "Hey Frank, you sing Italian songs." I go, no. Does Frank Sinatra? No. Tony Bennett? No. Well, I don't. So I'm in good company.
Right. But you do the standards.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna do like Volati or like
No.
You could do Volare. I mean, you could dig deep.
That's like doing Louie Louie.
Okay,
It's like really
I got you.
bad.
Well, what about on an evening in Roma? Would you do that?
No.
Okay, fair enough.
Only if they got me maybe a hooker or something. Sure.
Now, are you friends with Eddie Money?
I've met Eddie Money. I met him in the studio with Frankie Sullivan from Survivor. Yeah, Eddie's good, man. I mean, listen, he works about 100 some nights a year. He works hard. He works hard, man.
It seems like there's I don't know, and you'll probably know this better than I do. I think it was probably about 5 years ago when we started to see a lot of these tours. Guys like Eddie Money and REO Speedwagon and Styx and
absolutely.
doing 100 to 200 dates a year. And I don't know who came up with the idea, but it seems like every weekend you can find a show like Frank Stallone and Eddie Money.
Well, I'll tell you why. Because nowadays, I mean, look what's on. I mean, other than Lady Gaga, I think she's fabulous.
I agree. I've seen her show. I've never been to a pop show in my
I
life.
think she's awesome.
Unbelievably.
And she's Italian, by the way.
Great performer. A fine, Stephanie Germanotta, I believe is her name.
But as far as the rap, I'm like with Dwayne Allman. Greg Allman goes, rap, put a C in front of it. There you got it.
Oh.
I hate rap.
You
stand
don't
it.
like it.
No.
All of it?
Why guys holding their genitalia singing? First of all, you can't sing, so why are you holding your genitalia? Going, yo, what's that? Beep, beep, beep. It's just like bad jingoistic rhymes. I hate it. Anyway, I'm rock and roll. I like rock and roll, man. Beatles, Stones, you know, Temptations, Motown. That's what I like. I mean,
Not new stuff, though, like Linkin Park and all that.
no,
Yeah.
they're not bad, Linkin Park. But I love Kings of Leon.
Kings of Leon.
I
Okay.
like
Love that.
the Black Keys.
That's
Sure.
a great band.
Great.
Yeah, but at least they have something, at least some energy going on there. Like, at least it's real. So what's happening, to get back to what you were saying about a lot of those 80s
Right.
bands, they can't fill a place by themselves. There are very few. The Stones, very few. So what they do is they stack up a great show. So they'll put like REO Speedwagon, Styx, and Survivor. So it's a great hour-and-a-half show.
And everybody has a great time.
Everyone
Yeah.
has a great time.
Big party.
Yeah, so I mean, that's what they do. I mean, you know, you see Loverboy, and they'll do 2 other acts.
You know, the lover. You look good though, Frank. I mean, when you say
No, Mike Reno's the size of...
right,
He's massive.
yeah, like when we say
He's
Frank
refrigerator
Stallone's
parody,
coming on,
yeah.
and you walk in the studio, we know it's Frank Stallone. You look good. You're tan. Your beautiful head of hair. You're still strong. You still have a great presence. The guy from Loverboy,
No, Mike Reno is...
and he's
Mr.
still wearing those pants.
No, and he's Mr. Creosote from Monty Python. No. And Mike's a great singer. I said, Mike, dude, you gotta, come on, man. You gotta bring it down, Jack. I saw a thing, the English groups don't hold up good, like Flock of Seagulls.
Right.
Like the guy with the hair. Now he has no hair. It's like
Nope.
a hat that looks like his hair. Like Gallagher, you know, it's like one of those things. So, I mean, the Stones' hair looks good. Their faces are bad. The hair is good.
They're